In recovering from c-ptsd, I found myself drawn to religious and deeply mystical works. Gurdjieff and Ouspensky in particular seem to attract people who have been struck by trauma and have seen into a side of life that the general mainstream population has not encountered. So I'm going to paraphrase some of their work. The original Gurdjieff and Ouspensky are challenging and twisted reads, so let me simplify it here. I'm Roach, Mark Roach, here to shine some light on what I hope you find is a comforting perspective. Ouspensky and Gurdjieff present a unique perspective on knowledge and its acquisition, particularly in the context of human development and spiritual growth. Here are some key points that I pulled out of some of the text. The materiality of knowledge. Knowledge is described as material, meaning it has properties similar to material matter, like physical matter. It's limited in quantity, it can be concentrated or dispersed, and its effects depend on the amount possessed by an individual or group. The texts that I explored and am repeating here argue that when knowledge is distributed too thinly amongst many people, it becomes ineffective or even counterproductive. There's also the matter of the accessibility of this knowledge. The text states that knowledge is not inherently hidden or concealed. However, it does suggest that true knowledge is not easily accessible to the average person due to the lack that the average person has of, or desire or interest that most people have to acquire deeper knowledge. And then there's also the matter of the effort required to acquire it. And there's a need for proper preparation, and the conditions have to be right. So the acquisition of knowledge, the text says, there are four main ways or paths to acquire higher knowledge. One is called the way of the fakir. That's through physical development. And then there's the way of the monk, which is an emotional religious development method. And then there's the way of the yogi, which is through mental development. The fourth way is the simultaneous development of physical, emotional, and the mental aspects. Each way requires significant effort, sacrifice, and dedication. The fourth way is presented as the most efficient and adaptable to modern life, but also the least known and the most difficult to find. They also comment on the nature of true knowledge. The text that I examined distinguishes between ordinary knowledge and higher or esoteric knowledge. True knowledge is associated with development of hidden human possibilities, potential immortality, or higher states of being, and understanding of oneself and the world beyond mechanical aspects of everyday life. And that's where the trauma enters in, the perspective of being betrayed by the mechanical aspects of everyday life and the insights that follow with that. Another aspect is the relationship between knowledge and understanding. The texts that I examined emphasize the importance of understanding, especially in the fourth way. A person should not do anything that they do not understand. Results are proportional to the consciousness and understanding of one's actions. Blind faith is discouraged. Instead, personal verification of knowledge is encouraged. Ouspensky and Gurdjieff present a view of knowledge that is esoteric, transformative, and challenging to acquire. It suggests that true knowledge is not merely intellectual, but involves a comprehensive development of one's being, and that its acquisition requires dedicated effort and the right approach. As I said, the work of Ouspensky and Gurdjieff was extremely helpful in developing a foundation for me around my life, establishing beliefs, establishing faith in my fellow man, as well as to helping me appreciate the twist that was handed me by trauma. I'm Mark Roach. All the best.